Zainab, my daughter! Where are you?
He ruled Lagos with an iron fist. Then, in one night, the most powerful man in Nigeria became the most desperate father in the world. Before we dive in, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy stories like this, be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share it with someone who'd love it too. Chief Segun Bakare was not a man you said no to. When he walked into a room, conversations stopped. When he spoke, everyone listened. When he smiled, people wondered who would suffer next. He owned half of Lagos. Oil companies, banks, hotels, shopping malls. Politicians called him for permission. Police officers saluted him. Journalists feared writing his name. He was the king of Lagos, and everyone knew it. His mansion sat on Victoria Island like a fortress. High walls topped with electric wire surrounded the property. Security cameras watched every corner. Armed guards stood at every gate. Nobody entered Chief Segun's compound without his permission. Nobody. Power is everything, Chief Segun always said. If people don't fear you, they don't respect you. He had built his empire through ruthlessness. He crushed competitors without mercy. He bought judges. He silenced witnesses. He destroyed anyone who stood in his way. Families lost their homes when Chief Segun wanted their land. Business owners lost everything when Chief Segun wanted their companies. But nobody could touch him. He was too powerful, too connected, too rich. Chief Segun had one weakness, one soft spot in his heart of stone. Her name was Zainab. Zainab was 7 years old. She had her mother's gentle eyes and her father's strong spirit. She was the only person in the world who could make Chief Segun smile, a real smile. The only person who could walk into his office without knocking. The only person whose opinion mattered to him. Her mother, Khadija, had died 3 years ago from cancer. Chief Segun had spent millions trying to save her, but money could not buy more time. After Khadija died, Chief Segun became even harder, even colder. But with Zainab, he was different. With her, he remembered how to be human. "Daddy, why do people look scared when they see you?" Zainab asked him one day. Chief Segun touched her cheek gently. "Because I am strong, little one, and strong people must be feared, or they will be destroyed." "But Mommy was strong, and nobody feared her. Everyone loved her." Chief Segun had no answer for that. Zainab attended the most expensive school in Lagos. She wore the finest clothes. She had every toy a child could want. But she was lonely. Other children were afraid to play with her because their parents warned them, "Stay away from Chief Segun's daughter. That family is dangerous." So Zainab spent most of her time with the house staff. Her favorite was Mama Ifua, the old cook who had worked for the family since before Zainab was born. Mama Ifua told her stories, sang her songs, and loved her like a grandmother. "Why don't I have friends like other children?" Zainab asked Mama Ifua one evening. Mama Ifua's eyes filled with sadness. "Sometimes, child, the price of power is loneliness. Your father's strength has built walls around you both." Christmas Eve preparations. It was December 24th, Christmas Eve. Chief Shegun did not celebrate Christmas. He thought it was a waste of time. But Zainab loved Christmas. She loved the lights, the music, the joy in people's faces. So every year, Chief Shegun allowed a small celebration in the house for her sake. "Daddy, can we go to the Christmas market today?" Zainab asked that morning. "I want to see the decorations, please." Chief Shegun was reviewing business documents. "No, Zainab, it's too dangerous. Too many people." "But Daddy, you always say you're the most powerful man in Lagos. What danger can there be?" Chief Shegun looked at his daughter. She was right, in a way. Who would dare harm his daughter? Still, he hesitated. "Please, Daddy, just for 1 hour? Mama Ifua can come with me, and the bodyguards, please." Chief Shegun sighed. He could never resist those eyes. 1 hour. Mama Ifua stays with you every second. 4 bodyguards, no wandering off. You stay where they can see you. Zainab jumped with joy and hugged her father. "Thank you, Daddy. I love you." "I love you too, little one. Be careful." At 4 p.m., Zainab left for the Christmas market with Mama Ifua and 4 armed bodyguards. Chief Shegun watched from his window as the convoy drove away. Something felt wrong. A strange feeling in his chest. But he pushed it away. He had the best security money could buy. Nothing would happen. The market was beautiful. Colored lights hung from every store. Christmas music played from speakers. People laughed and shopped for gifts. Children ate roasted corn and played with balloons. The smell of suya and puff-puff filled the air. Zainab's eyes sparkled with wonder. "Look, Mama Ifua! Look at the beautiful lights!" Mama Ifua held her hand tightly. The 4 bodyguards surrounded them, watching everyone carefully. People noticed them immediately. They recognized Zainab. Whispers spread through the crowd. "That's Chief Shegun's daughter. The billionaire's child. Look at all those guards." Most people moved away, creating space around them. But Zainab didn't notice. She was too excited, looking at the decorations, the toys, the beautiful Christmas displays. "Can I buy that doll, Mama Ifua? The one with the blue dress?" "Of course, child. Anything you want." As Mama Ifua paid for the doll, Zainab noticed something. A little girl about her age standing alone near a stall, crying. She wore old clothes and no shoes. Tears ran down her dirty face. Zainab's kind heart couldn't ignore suffering. She pulled away from Mama Ifua and walked toward the crying girl. "Wait, Zainab!" Mama Ifua called, but Zainab was already there. "Why are you crying?" Zainab asked the little girl gently. The girl looked up, surprised. I lost my mother. I can't find her." "Don't cry. We'll help you find her. What's your name?"
"Chiamaka."
"I'm Zainab. Come, let's look for your mother together." The bodyguards moved closer, but Zainab was already walking with Chiamaka, looking around for the girl's mother. They walked through the crowded market, past stalls and people. Mama Ifua followed quickly, calling Zainab's name. "Zainab, stay close! Don't go far!" But in a market full of hundreds of people, full of noise and movement, it was easy to lose sight of someone. just for a moment, just for a few seconds. Mama Ifua pushed through the crowd. The bodyguards searched frantically, but Zainab was gone. The little girl named Chiamaka was gone too, and nobody had seen where they went. Mama Ifua's scream cut through the market noise like a knife. Zainab! Zainab! The bodyguards spread out immediately, pushing people aside, shouting orders. Market sellers stopped their business. Shoppers stopped shopping. Everyone began looking for the little girl in the expensive dress. But she was nowhere. One bodyguard called Chief Shegun. His hand shook as he held the phone. "Sir, we can't find. Miss Zainab is—" "What?" Chief Shegun's voice exploded through the phone. "What do you mean you can't find her?" "She was here, sir, just 1 minute ago. She was helping another child, and then she disappeared. We're searching everywhere, sir. We'll find her. If anything happens to my daughter, I will kill every single one of you with my bare hands. Find her, now!" Chief Shegun dropped the phone and ran. His driver had never seen him move so fast. They raced to the market, breaking every traffic law. Police cars followed, sirens screaming. Chief Shegun had called the police commissioner, the governor, everyone who owed him favors. Within 20 minutes, 100 police officers surrounded the market. When Chief Shegun arrived, his face was pale with fear. The most powerful man in Nigeria looked small and desperate. "Where is my daughter?" he roared. But nobody had answers. Zainab had vanished like smoke. Chief Shegun grabbed Mama Ifua. "What happened? What happened?" Mama Ifua was crying. "Sir, she saw a crying child. She wanted to help. She walked away for just a moment, and then she was gone. I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry." Chief Shegun released her and stumbled backward. His world was crumbling. All his power, all his money, all his connections, none of it mattered now. His daughter was gone. The police questioned everyone in the market. They checked security cameras from nearby shops. They found footage of Zainab walking with another little girl. They saw them go behind a row of stalls, and then nothing. No footage of them coming out. No sign of where they went. It was as if the earth had swallowed them. Hours passed. Midnight approached. Chief Shegun stood in the market like a statue, refusing to leave. Police officers searched every building, every vehicle, every corner. They set up roadblocks. They checked every exit from Lagos, but there was no sign of Zainab. Chief Shegun's phone rang constantly. News of the kidnapping had spread. Journalists were calling. TV stations wanted statements, but Chief Shegun ignored them all. He only cared about one thing. 50 million naira, he announced to the crowd. 50 million naira to whoever finds my daughter. 100 million if she's returned safely tonight. People's eyes widened. That was enough money to change a life forever. Suddenly, hundreds of people were searching. Not because they cared about Zainab, because they wanted the money. But still, no one found her. As the clock struck midnight, Christmas Day, Chief Shegun fell to his knees in the market. The most feared man in Lagos knelt in the dirt, tears streaming down his face. "Please," he whispered to the sky, "please, God, I know I've been wicked. I know I've hurt people, but my daughter is innocent. Please bring her back. Take everything I have. Take my money, my houses, my companies. Just give me back my daughter." People who had feared him for years now watched him with pity. They saw that beneath the power and cruelty, he was just a father who loved his child. While Chief Shegun suffered in the market, miles away in the forgotten outskirts of Lagos, Zainab opened her eyes. Her head hurt. She was lying on a mat in a small, dark room. She tried to remember what happened. She had been helping Chiamaka look for her mother. They had walked behind some stalls. Then someone had covered her mouth with a cloth. The cloth smelled strange, sweet, and then darkness. "You're awake!" Zainab turned and saw a woman sitting in the corner. She wasn't Chiamaka's mother. She was someone else, a thin woman with tired eyes. "Where am I? Where's my daddy?" Zainab's voice shook with fear. "You're safe, child. No one will hurt you here." "I want to go home. I want my daddy." The woman moved closer. "Listen carefully, child. Do you know who I am?" Zainab shook her head, tears filling her eyes. "My name is Amina. 5 years ago, your father took my husband's land. My husband tried to fight in court, but your father bought the judge. We lost everything. My husband died from the stress. Heart attack. He died and your father didn't even notice. To him, we were nothing, just obstacles in his way." Zainab began to cry. I'm sorry, but please let me go home." Amina's expression softened. "I don't want to hurt you, child. You're innocent. But I want your father to feel what I felt. I want him to know what it's like to lose everything, to be powerless, to be afraid." "My daddy will find me. He's very powerful." "Yes, he is. But tonight, all his power means nothing. Tonight, he's just a scared father, like my husband was a scared man when your father destroyed us." But Amina had not expected one thing. She had not expected to feel sorry for Zainab. The little girl cried softly, calling for her father, calling for Mama Efua. She was just a child, an innocent child who had nothing to do with her father's crimes. Amina's own daughter had been Zainab's age when they lost everything. She remembered her daughter's tears when they had to leave their home, when they had to move to the slums, when there was no food to eat. "Stop crying, child," Amina said, but her voice was gentler now. "I want my daddy," Zainab sobbed. "Please, I promise I'll tell him to give back your land. I promise I'll make him say sorry. Just please take me home." Amina closed her eyes. She had planned this for months. She had used Chiamaka, her niece, to lure Zainab away. She had drugged the child and brought her here. She had wanted to make Chief Shegun suffer for days, maybe weeks. She had wanted him to know true helplessness. But looking at this crying child, she felt only emptiness. Revenge wasn't bringing her husband back. Hurting this innocent girl wasn't fixing anything. "What am I doing?" Amina whispered to herself. "What have I become?" There was a knock on the door. Chiamaka entered, looking guilty. "Auntie Amina, the police are everywhere. They're searching house to house. And, Auntie, I feel bad. She's just a little girl like me." Amina looked at both children. One was the daughter of the man who destroyed her life. One was her own niece, who she had dragged into this mess. Both were innocent. "Chiamaka," Amina said slowly, "go outside. Start shouting that you found the missing girl. Tell them she was lost and you found her wandering. Understand?" "You're letting her go?" "I'm letting her go. This was wrong. This is not who we are." Within minutes, word spread. "The billionaire's daughter has been found. She's alive." Police cars raced to the location, and Chief Shegun ran faster than he had ever run in his life. His heart pounded, his lungs burned, but he didn't care. He just needed to see his daughter. When he saw her standing in the street, dirty and scared but alive, he collapsed. Not from sickness this time. From relief, from joy, from overwhelming gratitude. "Zainab! Daddy!" They ran to each other. Chief Shegun grabbed his daughter and held her so tight as if he would never let go. He kissed her head over and over, tears pouring down his face.
"Are you hurt? Did anyone hurt you? Tell me you're okay."
"I'm okay, Daddy. I'm okay." Chief Shegun looked around for whoever had found her. He saw Chiamaka standing nervously nearby.
You? You found my daughter?"
Chiamaka nodded, too scared to speak.
"What's your name, child?"
Chiamaka, sir."
Thank you. Thank you."
Chief Shegun pulled out his phone.
"I'm transferring 100 million naira to your family right now. You faced my daughter's life. You..."
"No, sir," a voice said. Chief Shegun turned and saw Amina standing in the shadows. Her face was hard, but her eyes were sad. "I don't want your money." Chief Shegun recognized something in her face.
"Do I know you?"
"No, sir, but you knew my husband. His name was Ibrahim. You took his land 5 years ago. He died fighting you." The crowd went silent. Everyone understood now. This woman could have hurt Zainab. She could have taken revenge. But she hadn't. Chief Shegun stared at her. Memories came back. He remembered that case. He had wanted the land for a new hotel. The man had refused to sell. So Chief Shegun had used his power to take it anyway. He hadn't thought about what happened to the family afterward. He known did.
"You took my daughter,"
Chief Shegun said slowly.
"You could have hurt her. Why didn't you?"
"Because hurting innocent children doesn't bring spirits. It just creates more pain. Your daughter did nothing to me. She's just a child who loves her father." Amina's voice cracked. Just like my daughter loved her father before your actions destroyed our family.
Chief Shegun held Zainab closer. For the first time in many years, he truly saw the damage he had caused. This woman had every reason to hate him, to hurt him. But she had chosen mercy instead. "What do you want from me?" he asked quietly. "I want you to understand something. Tonight, you learned what it feels like to be powerless, to lose everything that matters. This is how you've made hundreds of people feel. Business owners, families, people who were just trying to live their lives. You crushed them without thinking, without caring." Chief Shegun lowered his head. Shame washed over him. "But I also learned something tonight," Amina continued. "I learned that revenge doesn't heal anything. Hurting your daughter wouldn't bring back my husband. It would just add more pain to the world. And I'm tired of pain." Zainab looked up at her father. "Daddy, is what she said true? Did you really hurt her family?" Chief Shegun couldn't lie to his daughter. "Yes, little one, I did." "But why? Mommy always said we should help people, not hurt them." Those words hit Chief Shegun like a bullet. Khadija had said that many times, but that ignored her. "Can you give them back their land, Daddy? Can you say sorry?" "It's not that simple, Zainab." "Why not? You always tell me that when I do something wrong, I should say sorry and try to fix it. Aren't you supposed to do the same thing?" From the mouths of children comes wisdom. Chief Shegun looked at his 7-year-old daughter, then at Amina, then at the crowd watching them. Everyone was waiting to see what the most powerful man in Lagos would do. Chief Shegun slowly stood up, still holding Zainab's hand. He walked to Amina and dating something nobody had ever seen him do. He knelt down in front of her. The crowds gasped. Chief Shegun Bakare kneeling before a poor woman? Impossible. "I cannot bring back your husband," Chief Shegun said, his voice breaking. "I cannot undo the past, but I can try to make it right. I will return your land. I will give you compensation for what you lost. And I occurred years ago. I am deeply, truly sorry." Amina stared at him in shock. She had expected many things, but not this. "More than that," Chief Shegun continued, "I want to make a promise. To you, to everyone here, to my daughter. Tonight, I almost lost the only thing in the world that matters to me. And I realized something. All my power, all my money, all my fair tactics, they mean nothing. They didn't protect my daughter. They didn't make me happy. They just made me a monster." He stood up and faced the crowd. "I have destroyed many lives to build my empire. I know this. I cannot change the past, but I can change the future. Starting tomorrow,
I will begin making amends. Every family I hurt, every business I destroyed, every person I wronged, I will try to make it right. This is my promise. On Christmas Day, in front of all these witnesses. Zainab hugged her father's leg. I'm proud of you, Daddy. Those simple words made Chief Shegun cry again. When was the last time someone was proud of him for being good instead of being powerful? Christmas Eve came again, but this year was different. Chief Shegun's mansion was not a fortress anymore. The electric wires were gone. The gates were open. And inside, there was a real celebration. Amina and Chiamaka were there, now managing one of Chief Shegun's charitable foundations. Chief Shegun had returned their land and helped them build a new life. Mama Efwa was there, cooking her famous jollof rice. And Zainab, now 8 years old, was surrounded by real friends. Children who liked her for who she was, not who her father was. Chief Shegun was different too. He still ran his businesses, but with fairness now. He had spent the past year meeting with people he had wronged, trying to make amends. Some forgave him, some didn't, but keeping trying. He had established a foundation to help families displaced by corrupt business practices, even those caused by other people, not just himself. He had set up free legal aid clinics. He had created job programs. He couldn't fix everything, but he was trying. Daddy, Zainab said as they stood together watching the celebration. Do you remember last Christmas? Every day, little one. Every single day. Are you happier now? Chief Shegun looked around. He had less money now. Millions had gone to compensation and charity. He had less power. He no longer bullied and threatened people. He had fewer friends. The ones who only wanted his ruthless connections had left. But his house was full of real people. People who actually cared. People who smiled genuine smiles. Yes, Zainab, I am happier now. Because I learned something. Fear might make people obey you, but only love makes people care about you. When you disappeared, I called hundreds of people who respected me, but none of them truly cared. They just feared me. But now, he looked at Mama Ifua laughing with Amina, at the children playing together, at the real community in his home. Now I have such real. Zainab hugged her father. Mommy would be proud of you now. Chief Shegun believed that was true. Khadija would be proud. As midnight approached, Chief Shegun gathered everyone. 1 year ago tonight, I learned the hardest lesson of my life. I learned that power without compassion is worthless. That money without kindness is meaningless. That being feared is not the same as being respected. He looked at Amina. This woman had every right to hurt me, every reason to take revenge. But she codes mercy instead. She taught me that strength is not about crushing others. Real strength is choosing to be kind, even when you have the power to be cruel. So tonight, I make a new toast. Not to power, not to money, not to fear, but to second chances, to forgiveness, to the people who save us by showing us who we should become, to Amina, who taught me mercy, to Mama Ifua, who never gave up on my daughter, to Chiamaka, who felt guilty about deceiving us and ports her aunt toward doing the right thing. And most of all, to Zainab, who reminds me every day that the greatest power is love. Everyone raised their glasses. As the clock struck midnight, Chief Shegun was not the same man he had been a year ago. He was not the most feared man in Lagos anymore. But he was something better. He was a good father, a fair employer, a man trying to do right. And that was worth more than any empire built on fear. Zainab looked up at her father and smiled. "Merry Christmas, Daddy." "Merry Christmas, my precious daughter. Thank you for saving me." "But I was the one who got lost, Daddy." "Yes, but sometimes losing what matters most is the only way to find ourselves." This story teaches us many important truths. 1. Power built on fear is fragile. Chief Shegun was the most powerful man in Lagos, but when crisis came, his power meant nothing. Real strength comes from genuine relationships, not from making people afraid. 2. We are all vulnerable. No matter how rich or powerful you are still human. You can still lose what matters most. Pride and arrogance blind us to this truth until tragedy strikes. 3. Revenge doesn't heal wounds. Amina had every right to hate Chief Shegun. She had the perfect opportunity for revenge. But she realized that hurting an innocent child wouldn't bring back her husband or heal her pain. Mercy healed her more than revenge ever could. 4. Children see truth clearly. Zainab asked the simple questions adults ignore. Why don't you just say sorry? Why don't you fix what you broke? Sometimes wisdom comes from innocent hearts. 5. It's never too late to change. Chief Shegun had been cruel for years, but one night changed everything. When he truly understood the pain he caused, he chose to become better. Transformation is always possible. 6. True wealth is measured in relationships. Chief Shegun had billions but was deeply poor. He had power but no peace. He had everything money could buy, but nothing that really mattered. Only when he changed did he find real wealth, love, community, and purpose. 7. How we treat others defines us. Chief Shegun will not be remembered for his business empire. He'll be remembered for what he did after his daughter disappeared. How he changed, how he made amends, how he became a better man. 8. Kindness is strength, not weakness. Amina was not weak for showing mercy. She was incredibly strong. It takes no courage to hurt someone when you have the chance. It takes tremendous courage to forgive. My dear friend, this story asks you to think deeply. If you disappeared tonight, who would search for you? Not because they fear you, not because they owe you, but because they genuinely care about you? Are you building your life on fear or on love? Fear might get you short-term results, but love creates lasting legacies. Have you wronged someone and never made it right? It's not too late. Pride keeps us from apologizing, but humility heals relationships and frees our souls. When someone wrongs you, do you seek revenge or choose mercy? Revenge might feel satisfying for a moment, but mercy transforms both you and the other person. Alex, you teaching your children or those around you that power matters most? Or are you teaching them that character, kindness, and compassion are the true measures of success? Chief Shegun almost lost his daughter before he woke up. Don't wait for tragedy to change your life. Look at your relationships today. Look at how you treat people, especially those who cannot help you in return. Look at whether you're building something real or just building walls. The greatest power you have is not the power to control, threaten, or dominate others. Your greatest power is the power to choose kindness, to show mercy, to build others up, and to love genuinely. Choose today to be someone worth loving, not just someone worth fearing. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it.
Share it with someone who has confused power with purpose. Share it with someone who needs to be reminded that we're all vulnerable. We all need each other, and we all deserve a second chance. May you be like Amina, strong enough to show mercy. May you be like Zainab, innocent enough to see truth clearly. And may you be like the transformed Chief Shegun, humble enough to change when you realize you've been wrong. This Christmas and every day after, choose love over fear. Choose mercy over revenge. Choose connection over power. Remember, everyone fears the powerful, but only the good are truly loved. And in the end, love is what saves us all.